Bratton must go! Bratton must go! Bratton must go! Bratton must go! Oh, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bill Bratton has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bill Bratton has got to go!
I'm from New Yorkers Against Bratton. I'm from East Harlem. I'm from a neighborhood that's affected by the legacy of broken windows policing, which is a racist policing theory and idea that has never been proven to work, and it has only been shown to affect people like the people in my community, immigrants, people of color citywide, nationwide, poor people, the homeless people. It's a policy that's not just about broken windows, it's about breaking people.
Everyone knows that he is the architect of broken windows, that he is the one that Taylor designed the program to wage war on poor people, particularly young black and brown people. It has nothing to do with policing. It has everything to do with pushing poor young black and brown people out of cities from coast to coast. And what we know is that Eric Gardner was a victim of broken windows. He was a victim of it. First of all, we don't even know whether he was selling anything, but for selling cigarettes, he died. This is why this commissioner must either resign or be fired. And we're not letting go of this. We don't want some tyrannical, psychopathic, sociopath police commissioner who wants to push poor people out the city, just like landlords want to push poor people out the city, being the commissioner of anything.
We're in front of the Chamber of Commerce too, recognizing the role that business and real estate play in what's happening in our communities is also vital. And Bill Bratton is the gift that keeps on giving, because he has all those connections in the private sector. He has all those connections to the richest people in this city who run the city. So research Bill Bratton, research his private work, research who he hobnobs and who he has over in the Hamptons when he goes and goes back to his house after policing us here in our cities.
How beautiful is it that night after night, young people who have never protested before, joined by activists and organizations, are in the streets of New York every single night? How beautiful is it that middle school students in Denver, Colorado are walking out 4 days in a row in solidarity with New York, in solidarity with Ferguson, in solidarity with everyone who's suffering from police brutality.
It's a terrible thing that these young men, one very young, one relatively young, it's a terrible thing that they had to be lynched, because that's what they were. But they did not die in vain. Sisters and brothers, they did not die in vain, because they sparked an unprecedented national uprising against this police war on the poor. And that is not going to stop. So you better get used to us. This time, it's not going to stop until we win. Fire Bratton!
Fire Bratton! Stop killing cops! Stop killing cops! Jail killer cops!
Jail killer cops! Jail killer cops! Jail killer cops!
All behind the veneer of quality of life crimes. But the quality of our lives has been affected for 20 years, and it's meant mass incarceration, it's meant death, and it's meant misery for all of New York's most vulnerable communities. But we're going to be vulnerable for not much longer, because we're going to start to target political institutions and people who make these theories, like Bratton, George Kelling, who I call George Killing, the people at the Manhattan Institute, which hurt a lot of activists last night, and the mayor of this city, who had the nerve to bring back the architect of broken windows and the godfather of stop and frisk. Mayor de Blasio is accountable. This city council, who said nothing, these progressive city council members who said nothing when Bratton was back in power, who went and did all this stuff around stop and frisk, but when the cards were on the table with Bratton coming back, They hid in the tall grass, so we're gonna hold them accountable. And Pat Lynch, and of course the hysteria that comes from the far right, but really focusing it too on these fake ass progressives and their fake ass policies. So no more are we gonna stand by as communities and wait for another election cycle for some other Democrat. We know what it is. Both sides of the party working to push us out of our communities. Broken Windows is about gentrification. It's about pushing people out of desired communities through the rubric of quality of life crimes, like selling loosies, like biking on a sidewalk, like spitting on a sidewalk, like dancing for money. People can't even struggle. People can't even be poor in peace in this city. You can't even be homeless in this city without getting harassed by a cop.
Woo! I've had the distinct pleasure during the first half of the 90s on the Kelly 1 and Kelly 2 to patrol out of the 5-2, the 4-6, and the 2-0 before going on to become a federal agent with DOJ and DHS. I didn't come here today to speak to the choir. I came here today to speak to the police officers.
Yeah! Yeah!
If you're media, you should be focusing on them.
Right.
We are here today, officers, because you have failed to police your own.
Yeah! I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
We ain't gonna stop till the people are free. I still hear my brother saying, I can't breathe. Now I'm in the struggle saying, I can't breathe. All around the violence and racist police. We ain't gonna stop till the people are free. We ain't gonna stop till the people are free.
Justice,
No Christmas!
no justice,
No Christmas!
no justice.
No Christmas!
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.